Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we had Matt and Morgan on the pod. We started off with a little bit of sports talk. We then moved on to our draft, and the draft topic was animals that aren't traditional pets that you want as a pet. We then moved on to semi pro recap, with semi pro being this past weekend, and then we finished with questions from the people. Before I hit the intro, you guys will be listening to this podcast on Wednesday morning. I will be recording a podcast Wednesday night with Joshua Husis and Bo previewing the thing. If you guys want, send in questions. You can do that through DM or right on the post. That is it. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah. Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame here in sicko mode.
Welcome back to another episode of Bromance. I'm Ryan, and today we got the power couple on, Matt and Morgan. Fellas, how we doing?
Good. Glad to be
very
here.
good, very good.
Awesome. Glad to hear it. How's your day going?
Good. I slept all day. I worked an overnight and woke up at like 4 p.m.
Yeah, he missed the whole day. It was beautiful outside. It was like 70 degrees, sunny, but
It was super nice out. I think I low-key got a maybe a tan, maybe a sunburn. I don't know yet.
We'll find out in like 2 days.
it'll develop. It'll develop.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's kind of just hop right into it. I know that we're not big sports fans for the most part. Matt, you like soccer though? You want to talk your shit about some soccer?
Yeah, I'll talk some shit about soccer. I'm excited for the World Cup coming to the US this year. I'm gonna try and go to a couple games. I'm not excited about the final being in New Jersey because that's gonna be crazy. But more excitingly, Spurs are about to get relegated. Anyone who watches the Premier League, there's like 4 Spurs fans out there. For everyone else, pretty awesome, right?
Call him out. Call him out.
Yeah. At Greg, my friend Greg, diehard Spurs fan. Weird choice. I could never pick such a bad team. I'm an Everton fan, and everyone knows they're amazing.
I thought you were gonna say Nate.
No, I wish, bro. I don't even know who Nate likes, but whoever it is, I hate that team. I'm a diehard hater of that team.
That's too funny. All right, explain to people like they're five. I understand, obviously, but explain to them like they're five what the relegation is.
Yeah, I get it too. I get it.
So like soccer is different than like a lot of the US sports. Um, Soccer has like different tiers of leagues. So like the Premier League is the highest tier in England, and it's also like probably the most famous league. But there's leagues below that, like the league below that's the Championship League, which doesn't make sense because that's a way better name. Um, but there's 20 teams in the Premier League, and the top 4 teams get they go to the Champions League tournament, which is different than the Champions League. They love making it super simple. So that's like that's a tournament where the best teams and like the best leagues all compete. It's the biggest tournament every year. Um, Relegation in the Premier League is the bottom 3 teams all get relegated to the league below, and the 3 best teams in the league below get promoted. This year's a really big deal because normally how it goes is like they just kind of trade with each other. 3 teams will get promoted, and then they'll do good for like, or they'll do like okay and stay up like a year and then get demoted or whatnot. In 2016, that was maybe the like biggest upset in sports history was when Leicester got promoted. They stayed up a year, and then they had like 1 to like 2,000 odds of winning the league, and they won. It was the greatest season I ever watched. This year feels like that because Spurs are getting demoted, and that's it.
So it's supposed to be a good team that is paying a lot of money to their team, do bad, go down to bad league.
Yeah. So Spurs is like they're one of the biggest teams. They have the most like money by far. It's like insane. It's like the top 6 teams have way more money than every other team. So they get to like get better players and all this. And Spurs actually just got a new stadium recently that was a disgusting amount of money. So like for them to get relegated, it's like it's kind of unheard of. I actually don't know how they're gonna do. Like they might lose a shit ton of sponsors just because of this.
Yeah, and a ticket for their game is going to be like $500.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something like that. And then they're gonna be versing like way worse teams, so nobody's gonna buy tickets. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah. All right, that's soccer talk. Morgan, I want to hear your NBA Finals prediction.
Right. What are my options?
Uh,
Any team in the NBA.
yeah. One team from the East and one team from the West. We'll just like pen in the Knicks, like the Knicks from the East.
Yeah, because that one's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
So name
And
any West Coast team.
right, right. Right, right.
Just one West Coast
No,
team.
I could do it. Is there a dinosaur one?
West Coast team.
That's East and a different country. Close though. Fallout.
All out, make it to the NBA Finals. They've really
Ooh.
grown.
There's a really big one in LA. There's actually two teams in LA, like super easy one. Yellow and gold. Oh man. Lakers.
Come on.
Oh,
You
okay.
watched a
No,
whole NBA season with me.
yeah, but they're all the same.
Okay.
You're kind of right.
I can't. If the
Um,
colors aren't in front of me, how am I supposed to know which one comes from which side?
I would love to get like all the logos of every NBA team and then have you try and guess their
Is
names.
there a bridge one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of.
The Golden State Bridges.
Exactly. They're gonna win.
Okay.
Yes.
I actually think they're playing tonight. All right, that's NBA talk. I will say though, for me, I do have to put this out there. I kind of want to do a solo episode, but this is a dodgeball podcast now. I'm gonna go with it's gonna be Pistons, Cavs, and then Knicks, Celtics. I'm gonna have to take the Knicks, and then I think I'm gonna take the Pistons. And I want to say the Knicks are gonna come out of the East. It's me being a little biased, but I mean the Knicks did beat the Celtics last year. Oh, I'm gonna say the Spurs Knicks finals.
Right. Just like that's what I said too, right?
Yeah, literally.
He copied me.
Good prediction. Yeah. I copied you. All right, and that's soccer and basketball talk. Let's move on to the draft. Are we ready for the draft?
I'm
Yeah, let's do it.
ready.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I used Chat GPT like 5 minutes before we recorded, so I may be kind of cooked here.
No, I'm
You
sure
didn't
you're
think of
fine.
any?
No, I'm not that creative. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't have any of mine.
I probably do. But today's draft topic, animals that aren't traditional pets that you want as a pet. You guys are my guests. I will go last. 3-round snake draft. Who wants to go first?
Me.
You could go first.
Okay. I'm taking raccoon.
All right.
On my board, but a later pick for me, so
I'm gonna go red panda.
that's my second one. All right, still got my first pick here. Great value. I'm gonna go sugar glider,
Oh.
and then I'm gonna go with otter.
I want an
cute.
otter.
I think I decided I didn't want anything that was gonna have to like go in the water.
I'm the opposite. I don't want anything that has to go in a tank.
I'm gonna go penguin as my second pick.
Ooh.
All right. I'm gonna go. Oh man, this is gonna be hard. I have back-to-back picks, right?
Yeah.
Last two.
Okay, I'm gonna go possum. And I think I'll just complete the trifecta and go skunk too.
Wow.
Great pick.
All
Thank
very cute. Um, for my last pick, I'm gonna go armadillo. I love armadillos.
My last pick right here. Man, I'm gonna bring back my Prince from the Dead, Harambe.
Oh.
Just him specifically.
Just Harambe.
No other one will do.
Yeah, only Harambe. If I can't get Harambe, I don't want Gorilla.
Fair
I'm
enough.
just I'm picturing like all of us holding our like cute little animals and then Ryan just being coddled by a gorilla.
It's Harambe holding me, and I'm holding the otter, and then the otter's holding a sugar glider.
Perfect. Just how you dreamed of it.
Yeah. And that's the draft. Good draft topic, Matt and Morgan. It was a creative one. All right, guys, are we ready for some dodgeball talk?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, okay. All right, we got some updated standings after the very first semi-pro tournament that was this past weekend. Let's start with the bottom and work our way up. So, let's start with immunity. Unfortunately, they weren't there, so that's why they're in last place. Who wants to start with this one?
I'll take this one first. Immunity, obviously we didn't get to watch him play, but like Sam and Andrew have a lot of experience together with Filthy. So I think they might be walking into the tournament as like the deadliest corner pairing. Um, which is really not exciting. And they built themselves like a good team of all reliable players. I uh I think they're gonna probably double a lot just because of their arm strength. Um, or they're just gonna do a lot of like post quick counters by corners, like send the 40 footers and whatnot.
Morgan.
I I'm glad to see more people from Philly coming to semi-pro. That's
Yeah.
cool. And obviously we didn't see them play, but they look like a great team on paper. So I'm excited to see them play, but not really as excited to play against them. We'll see what happens.
They are definitely an interesting team. On the almost 3 hour drive home, I was thinking if Immunity was there, how would this past weekend's tournament have gone? For anyone who isn't familiar with who's on that team, it is Andrew Kim, Sarah Wood, Sam Jones, Ashley Elder, Tara Maloney, Justin Thomas, Biggie, and Evan Gordon. So yeah, I mean Andrew and Sam in the corners, or even Sarah and Ashley in the corners, and then just the rest of the team pitching in, playing their roles. I mean, that's going to be a scary team when they're there, and I'm really interested. I mean, to be fair, this entire tournament there was I think every team missing at least one, if not more players, and this team was at the Philly tournament playing cloth. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for next month. I want to see how they play. Let's move on to the next team, Downfall. Morgan, why don't you start with this one?
Um, Downfall was the only team that didn't make it into playoffs, but they were also missing like half of their roster. Um, they picked up Joe for this, which was I think a good pick. Uh, like especially with the available players that they had, I think that he fit well with their team. And again, like it's going to be really hard. We only played against every team once and then two teams we saw twice. So I don't have like a good read on every team right now. And then every team was missing at least two people and your team was missing one person. So like it's going to be so different as like everything goes on. I think that this team when they're here is going to be substantially better. Like they're going to have a lot more firepower. And I think it's exciting to see how Angel is going to run the team because he's a Connecticut dodgeball player. I've never seen him like captain anything before, so that's cool.
Matt?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get like a grasp on this team. I'm sure when Angel drafted the team and like finished up the roster, his game plan probably relied heavily on like a lot of Randy solos, a lot of Allen solos to like hit out the middle. And then when both of them ended up missing this tournament, I'm sure he like had to scramble for a new game plan. So that's always hard to do. Um, I think they looked pretty good on the week. Um, they look like I would have liked to see more doubles with like how they were set up, but picking up Joe was a good pick. I think Angel's gonna do a good job like cleaning the team up in the next few tournaments.
I can agree to that. And also kind of like how Morgan had mentioned that there was so many people missing from all these teams. And I don't even think after the next tournament, we're going to be able to be like, okay, this is like the for sure best team, or like this is like the for sure bottom two or three teams. I mean,
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be missing the next one too, I think. So,
yeah, I think we're going to be missing two for the next one. So, I mean, they didn't have Taylor, who they started their franchise with. They were missing Allen, who they started their franchise with, and then they were missing their first pick, Randy.
And
So,
Amon.
and Iman, yeah. Um, Angel and I were talking on the phone, and he was like, "Dude, I'm missing like half of my team." And I'm like, "Listen, man, there was ever a tournament to like kind of sandbag a little bit. This is the tournament. Like, go hit up John Gatlin, have him sign up."
Yeah, I actually have. I don't know if are you allowed to go 10 players? Where's the max? Is the
I
max
thought it was
9?
9.
One, two, yeah, they have nine, so they would have to cut one player.
Oh,
Yeah,
but they
but
can't yet,
they
right?
can't cut in the first tournament. You only get in the second. So I don't know if they get a draft pick. We'd have to ask like or look in the rules and see what that is, but I hope they do. I hope they do.
Yeah, yeah. Because if they could pick up a player like I don't know, you really kind of have your pick. You know, if you're Angel, you want to hit up someone from Connecticut or someone from out of state that you're like, hey, I got the first pick. Like, if you sign up, I will draft you. You have Angel, you have Allen, you have Randy, you have potentially like a John Gatlin, and then you have a lot of really good role players. You have Taylor, Rachel, Allison, like good catchers right there. Like this could be a pretty scary team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next team, Relentless. Who wants to start with this one?
Um, Relentless was Relentless wasn't bad. They picked up Evan Gordon, who I think is such like a sneaky good player. Like, first of all, I think he has some of the best blocking
He
on
does.
Long Island for sure. It's insane. But he's also like really smart. Um, their franchise is good. I love like Chrissy. I love how Sierra plays. They were missing Jeans and Kevin Thomas, so franchise player and their first pick. So like that's always tough. But I think the supporting cast did a good job. I think they got I didn't watch many games, but I think they got killed on pitch this tournament, like way more than they should have. So they started every game down. I think when we played them, we won 3-0, and I think all three games we hit like a high priority target on pitch, with maybe one of them being a trade.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like they definitely I saw one of their earlier games and they weren't doing that as much. I don't know if when they played us they had switched to it and later in the day maybe they switched back to not doing that. Um but like I saw Derek moving around the court. I didn't really know if he was playing corner all day or playing middle. So I think that they're trying stuff out and hopefully they can find what works good for them. But like you said, they have a lot of strong women too on this team, which is tough.
Yeah. So they were missing Sierra for most of the tournament. She showed up like with I think like 2 games left in the playoffs. Unfortunately, they lost those 2 games and then they got knocked out. They're missing Jeans, who they started their franchise with, and they were also missing Kevin. Um, I thought they played pretty well. I don't think did the standings officially come out for like points allowed, points forced yet on Long Island's website?
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
don't
on.
know.
It
It
did?
is?
Yeah, I was looking at it before.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up right now. I'm very interested because I kind of compared them last year to or this year to last year's Squabble Up team. And I saw a lot of lopsided games. Some of them were in their favor, some of them weren't. Uh,
Yeah, I go to the April tournament.
Oh. It looks like they went 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie in round robin.
okay.
If you scroll further, you can see like how many games they took and like how many points they got and stuff like that.
I don't see it on my end. Do you have it up right now, Matt?
I'm trying to pull it up. I think I should get it in a second.
It's on the April semi-pro page, not the like year
Oh,
semi-pro page.
okay, okay. While you guys are pulling it up, yeah, I mean, I thought Derek did a good job captaining. That's not something that he normally does, but Derek's arm looked very alive with these Joylight balls
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
when they played equalizers in the playoffs. They were cooking, absolutely cooking. And then they switched the last 2 games. Nikki and Noah in the corner. They made the right adjustment, and they ended up equalizers ended up winning that series. But yeah, I mean, from top to bottom, I like their team a lot. Mackenzie, she's from Connecticut. I saw her close out, I think, a 1v4. So I'm excited that she came out and all these other Connecticut players as well.
So I have it pulled up here. This is for round robin. It only includes, but Relentless went 11 and 13.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. They sat them at 11 and 13 and they went 3, 2, and 1.
It's pretty solid. I wish I can pull it up. I'll find it later. All right, let's move on to the next team, Lafleur. Morgan, why don't you start this one?
Yeah, this team was missing a lot of people too. I think they had 3 players missing, 2 franchise players, but they still had Jay, so still really scary. Jay kind of went crazy, um, as he does. I think that he was a really good first round pick that maybe wasn't on a lot of people's radar, um, because he's pretty new to dodgeball and has never done semi pro. And I think everybody expects to see this team do really well throughout the year.
Yeah, I think they're probably the team that has the biggest improvement from this tournament to like being 100%. Um, just because like obviously Dylan's missing, Megan is missing, she's a huge boost, and Tyler I think was there like he was pretty early in the draft and he was a really good pickup. I think he's gonna help them a lot. So I am excited to see their improvements. They did pick up Ali for this draft, who I thought did really good because he hasn't played in like a year or so. So it was nice seeing him play.
Yeah.
I think I recognized him from like a super random one-off tournament on Long Island. I'm sorry, I meant to say in Long Island. But yeah, I this is one of those teams. This team and my dogs were the 2 teams kind of going into it that I'm like, I don't really know a lot of these players. Obviously, they're missing Dylan and Megan, which obviously are 2 huge players for that team. Thought Jacob did a good job captaining. I thought Jay did a good job. I mean, I think this team overall did a really good job. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, during the draft when Dylan's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna draft Jay," I thought they were talking about Jordan. So then the second round, I'm like, is Jordan available? And they're like, "Yeah, he's available." I'm like, "Who's Jay?" And I found out
Yeah.
who Jay was this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like a lot of the people that you probably don't recognize, they actually play together a lot in league, like all their whole team. Like I know Jacob has played with them a lot. Like I think Megan's played with them all a lot. So they definitely have been working on like team chemistry like for a while going
Hmm.
into this.
Yeah, I was talking to Giancarlo about that, and he had mentioned that him and Dylan have been doing like a lot of free agent teams and bringing people in from kickball. And then for Nightmare, we had our Discord call, and we kind of just went through all the rosters, and they're like, "This player is this player is this player has an arm." Just kind of gave me the rundown on every player that I didn't know.
Yeah. It's hard when you don't actually get to see them play all the time.
This is like the first season of semi-pro where I didn't know like literally 80% of the player pool, and you guys were recording your Monday practices, and I was going through and watching them, and I'm like, who's this? All right, like what does the back of their shirt say? Robson. All right, that has to be Kyle. And I'm just like trying to figure out who's who before this draft.
That's so funny.
I mean, that also helped out that I ended up getting the first pick, drafted Giancarlo. I'm like, you're now helping me draft.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next team, Mud Dogs. Who wants to start with this one?
I'll go. They this team has so many arms. Like everybody on this team throws crazy. And so going into it, I was like, how are they going to pull that all together? But then they ended up doing really good. They made it past the first round of playoffs. I think that Kevin is putting in a lot of work, like to captain the team and to like now more than ever focus on a lot of like strategy because I think he's doing play calling for them. So he's I know been trying to do all that, which is really cool to see him invest in it like that. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of arms on this team. They're going to be scary to stand against when everybody is there. Like they were missing Nate. He's another one that like I don't want him to throw at me. So that and then all of them can catch too. I think that Sam was a sneaky pick for them. Like not a lot of people really had Sam on the radar, and he's another one who could throw like crazy hard. And then he was so close on so many catches this tournament. And then towards the end, he finally started to get them, and it was just like, all right, well, now I can't throw at him. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with this team and how they come together because like it started off pretty good, and I know Kevin's putting in the work.
Yeah, for sure. Kevin's putting in the work. He talks to me every Monday. We go through like calls and like he'll call and then ask me like if I would have made that call, if he thought it was the right call or whatnot. And then he also like watches the calls I make and he's constantly texting me and talking to me about like, hey, like why'd you decide to do that? And it's really funny because every time he does it, he's like, hey, why'd you decide to like do that play? And then he'll explain the exact reason I did it, like as if he was asking the question. And I'd be like, well, you got it, right? Like you clearly know why. Like you just explained it to me. Um, so like last night we had Monday practice and there was I was in like a 5v2 or whatever, and I tripled. We had three balls, the other team had three balls, and I tripled their right corner. And I just went down to zero balls. Like the outcome I think was we ended up getting like a ball back. I was pretty confident we were gonna get a ball back. Um, but like he texted me about it. He's like, hey, like I know she made that call. Like, what made you decide to do that? Is it because like uh you're okay with having zero balls against like a 1v5 situation because they can only throw one at a time? and you took care of like the high priority target, so you were less like scared or whatever. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's your question? What's your question, dude? So
A
it's
plus on the
really good.
test.
Yeah, for real. It's really good to like see him like pick up all this information, and he's been doing really well with it. And his team has this team has the highest like raw talent ceiling. Um, Andrew, who's like new, this is his first semi-pro. He's a beast. His arm is insane in like technique. Like he has an insanely hard throw, but he has like five different throws.
Yeah, I think he
Um,
has a baseball background, right?
yeah, yeah, super baseball background. And he was probably only playing at like 70% this tournament because he's been hurt. Carly and Johnny are both like super, super great girls that you could play with.
Johnny
Who
did really good this
Johnny
tournament.
went crazy this tournament, and Carly's so scary. The only
I
the
know.
only thing I have for Carly is she she's this is for a lot of the people is they have to understand how the new burden system works. If you throw a defensive throw, it resets burden. And I watched her throw all four balls before the other team threw one.
Oh
And
no.
then I had to watch her get like quadruple thrown at, like genuinely four or five times.
Yeah, but
I
you
was,
were still like, she's probably gonna catch one of these.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, 100%.
like,
We played her and she did it to us, and I was like, all
okay.
right, everyone line it up. We're firing range in this. Um, and then obviously missing Nate is a huge miss. He not only brings like a really great throw, but he's also super smart on the court and like knows exactly what he needs to do. So super unexcited to see him come back and get rocked by his throws.
This, I mean, a million percent what you said. So I'll just go from top to bottom. Kevin, I met last year. I think he's a all around really good player. And you guys mentioned that he's asking questions about captaining and play calls and stuff. So that means that he's taking everything to the next level, which in return is going to level up the team. So that's good. That's good to hear. Carly, did she play last year for semi pro?
Yeah, she did. She was on one team, but she ended up only
Oh,
coming to like two tournaments or
she was on
something.
Squabble Up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember Carly. There was that that one tournament where she caught Andrew at the very end and then won the whole thing.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was against
We
our.
will never forget that.
I won't either. I was repping. I was like, holy shit.
I
Oh
was
man.
watch that game back. You'll see me shagging the back wall for Andrew. And I said to whoever was next to me, who I think was Chris, I was like, Carly's gonna catch one here. And then he does, and as he's getting ready to throw, you'll hear me scream, Andrew, stop, she's a catcher. And then I watch it happen and just fall on my knees. I'm like, we're so cooked.
That's like one of those plays. I mean, it literally lost you the tournament, but you're like, that's such a cool moment for her, and you have to be
Oh
happy
Oh
for her at
yeah.
the
yeah.
same time.
Oh
But at the same
yeah.
time,
Oh,
you're like, it
100%.
had to be us. Come on.
Yeah, it sucks to
Yeah.
lose, but I'm so glad it was like her who got that moment.
Yeah. She deserved that. She's so good.
Yep. Going down the list a little bit more. So we got Andrew. That's a player I was not familiar with. I am familiar with Andrew's game now. He's playing a lot of corner. I will say the one thing with Andrew is he was almost lining out a shit ton of times. And
Yeah.
I feel like I ref them a lot. And the other team was like, he's stepping out, he's stepping out. And I typically try to, whatever side is throwing, I try to stay on that side because I want to see their perspective. So I'll be like 4 feet away from the center line. And then when the other team has the ball and they're burning, then I go to the other side. But I was on the wrong side of like my standard of refing because I'm like, is he stepping out? And he would have his toes up, but his heels were not down. So he's like almost lining out every single time. But I don't really know him too well, but it does seem like he is pretty new to dodgeball, and a lot of his throws kind of seem stationary. So when he learns like in a way and running your ass down full speed at what is he 6'3", 6'4",
Like
massive
four
arm,
steps.
yeah, he's going to murder people. Like I'm a little nervous for when he learns like the ins and outs of dodgeball because he's going to like put a ball through someone's chest.
Yeah.
Yanni was the last one in a lot. Saw her close out some games.
Yeah.
Nate was not there. I was actually telling Nate yesterday because he mentioned that he was watching a lot of stuff back from the games I recorded, but I was like, dude, your team's good. Like your team's gonna be good. I wasn't sure how I felt about them in the very beginning, before I really saw any of them play, but I'm like, you guys are gonna be good. And I mean, I've known Nate, played with Nate, played against Nate for probably 4 years now, and any opportunity I get to draft him, I always draft him. Drafted him last year for impact. I thought from everyone on the team, from the first time I pro last year to the last, I think everyone made leaps and bounds, but I think Nate made the biggest leaps and bounds. And he went to the Philly Dodgeball tournament. He won that tournament. So I think extremely highly of Nate. Was Will there?
Yeah,
Yeah, Will was there. He played like
he
right corner a lot.
this is his first time doing semi-pro, and he's pretty new to dodgeball. But he's been playing what, like probably the past 3 leagues, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'll have to go back and see who that is. Taylor, she wasn't there. I know of Taylor. I've never played against her. And then Sam. So we did not play I don't think we played the first game. Maybe we did, and it was the second series, but I was just watching Mud Dogs because I'm like, I don't know who they are. I want to watch them. Like for the next 15 minutes, I'm sitting down and I'm watching them. And the first throw Sam had, I said, who the fuck is that? Like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I mean, his release is crazy. His like external rotation, how hard he throws the ball, he squares up to everything. He had so many almost catches, which those will turn into catches 1,000,000%.
Even at the end of the tournament, like I saw him by the end in playoffs, he had like probably 3 catches. So like he was getting there like already just by the end of the tournament.
When we play them in the beginning of the game, I'm like, if we have a pitch, let's pitch. If we get the hit, we get the hit. If not, we are not running a defensive play. We are getting 4 balls and we are putting 2 on Sam. Like we are taking him out immediately. I don't care. Like middles, we're throwing at Sam wherever he is on the court. So yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see how that team plays in particular because I think their ceiling is insanely high. Let's move on to the next team, Equalizers. Who wants to start with this one?
Yeah, Morgan.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, this is another team that was missing a lot of people. They were missing 3 people. But they still did extremely well. I mean, I think this is a really smart team. They really understand the game. And they, even with, I think one of their girls who was there has maybe never played dodgeball before. I'm not sure. And Nisa, who hasn't played dodgeball in probably over a year, she like was subbing for them. So even with, a little bit of not their like standard players, they did like really well. When Ben is back and Ben is on this team, I think that if Ben and Noah are corners, they're going to match each other really well. Ben is really good at matching like with anybody, but I feel like they already fall into a similar like play style. And he's just so good. So that obviously helps. This tournament specifically, Kyle, I feel like went crazy. Kyle was ripping the ball. I was like, all right, like now I can't throw at you and you're going to throw at me and I'm just going to get whacked. Like, can we have something that we're bad at? Just one thing. But yeah, he was going crazy and he said his arm felt good. And I was like, yeah, it looks like it. So it was nice to see him feel good. and hopefully in league finals this week he could do the same thing.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, they have a good team. I like what they did. I like what they did with the draft. I think Noah saw their franchise and knew like what holes they needed filled. Pause. And they did a good job filling those. I think I think Ben's a great pick no matter what, but I think he really helps his team. Um, I think Doug's a great pick because he gives them another arm out the middle.
God.
And when Doug's hidden, he's hidden hard. Um, they were missing Alyssa. Alyssa is so talented. She's so crazy good. Uh, her like I see like her, Ashley, Sarah, like when like those three are back, the skill level for like a lot of the women is gonna shoot through the roof. Um, and I think she plays a like huge role in Noah's game, just on how he like decides calls and like stuff like that. So I think just having her presence back will help change his dynamic.
I think between all the teams this past weekend, I think equalizers and downfall were the two teams that were really missing like some core players that you could tell on the court. So with Noah in one corner and Nikki in the other, when we played them, once we got either Kyle, Nikki, or Noah out, we kind of just completely changed our game plan. Unfortunate for us, we did a really good job on the pitch back. So I think we got Nikki. I know we got Nikki out once, maybe a second time.
He's so
Um,
hard to get out.
yeah, insanely
Yeah.
hard. And I literally had the pitch, and then I think we threw and missed. And I'm like 10 feet away from him. I think I just need to take this. Um, but yeah, no, they can throw a lot of different things at you. Ben and Nikki in corners, Ben and Noah in corners. Kyle was playing corner last year. You guys kind of mentioned it too, but when we played Kyle, it seemed like a lot of the times he relies on his hands to get someone out, like catching a ball. And I would say this past weekend, this is probably the first time I've ever played Kyle where it seemed like he was okay throwing the ball and also catching you, where he wasn't necessarily always looking for that catch.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he said after the tournament too that like his arm felt good, and that's the first time he's probably said that in like a year. So
Yeah, and you can definitely tell. But yeah, I mean, let's see who else. Jess, Doug. Yeah, Doug was one of the players that I remember from another tournament. I remember his arm being pretty solid. I will say I do think once he works on his footwork a little bit better, I think it'll go a long way for a player like him. Just because when we were playing against him, it was pretty easy just to tell where he was going. But I think that's something where like he's not squared up to someone, his feet are pointed towards one corner or the other, so you just kind of know where he's going. But if he can work on that, and I know that Nikki listens to this and others, but if you guys can work on that with Doug, like I think he's going to be a lot better of a player.
yeah, Doug plays on a lot of free agent teams, so I think it'll be really good for him to be doing semi pro, so he could like because the we use the elo system in league, so if like you stay at the top, then you keep playing the top teams, and if you stay at the bottom, you keep playing the bottom teams. And like this is overall, I think, just higher level competition, and he has those people on his team to give him the notes that he'll need. So I think it'll be really good for him.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, let's move on to the next team. So we'll do your team, my team, then we'll talk about the finals. Goop Troop.
Goop troop. Goop, 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 goop.
Ryan, you want to start us off on this one?
Yeah, I'll start with this one. My poor twin got his back blown out.
Pause.
Wabi.
Blown out. All right, so when we played you guys in round robin, you guys 4-0'd us, like daddied us. And then we play you guys in the finals, and the first game, we switch up the game plan. Everything's working to a T. And then we burn a 6-ball and lose. And in my head, I'm like, fuck, that's 5 in a row. I think there was like 16 minutes or something like that still left, but I'm like, there's plenty of time. But yeah, I mean, let me pull up your roster. Goop Troop. All right, so we got Matt, Alexa, Robbie, Morgan, Giancarlo, Doug, Kayla, and Brett. So I'll start from top to bottom. Matt, you know this. I think very highly of you. I think you're a great play caller, and I think you're tough as shit to get out. And I do think you have an arm. I know that you don't think that, but I do think that that you do have an arm. Alexa, it's good to see her back. I don't think I've played against Alexa since Soup Troop. So it's been a while, and her play style has definitely changed. Um, I noticed that a lot of the time she kind of plays low, and I feel like this tournament I saw her jumping a lot more than I normally would in the past. Robbie, I mean, I think Robbie was easily a top three player in that gym. We're using the Joy Light balls, and he has an arm with Joy Light, he has an arm with Batten, but I mean those those throws were tough to pick up. Morgan, Morgan, I think you're a really good player. I think that you've gotten really good. I think you've always been really tough to hit. I think last year you evolved into really good timely counters. And then I think now you're tough to get out at the very end and you can go for catches now. So when we were playing you guys, I think it was like the third game. I think it was like Michelle, Brenda, and I, or Michelle, Meredith, and I. You're the last one in. I just kept on dirting everything around you. I'm like, maybe she reaches, because I'm like, I don't want to put it on her. Next player, Giancarlo. He couldn't make the tournament. I think it was like a girls' trip or something like that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Obviously he's a good player, and I think he's missing the next tournament as well. So that's tough. Doug might have been the steal of the draft. Doug's a really good player. I knew who Doug was. Player from Pantheon, moving from out Arizona to New Jersey. But yeah, I think he played phenomenal for you guys. He has a really weird throw. I think I would much rather line up against Robbie than Doug because I don't like where Doug releases that ball from. I don't like where Robbie releases the ball from, but Doug has a weird arm slot. It's the same thing for me for lefties because you don't really get to practice against them a lot, where the ball's spinning the other way. You don't really get to see like the left arm come out from the other side of the shoulder. But Doug did really good job. And then Brett, happy to see Brett play semi-pro this year. I thought he played really well. He has some pretty big catches. I think he caught someone like the first game point blank or the second game when we played each other.
He got Chris like pretty point blank.
Mm-hmm.
Chris wanted that one, but yeah, Brett
In the
walked away with a
championship,
couple
right?
catches. No, that was in the first game.
Okay.
He might have gotten a couple catches, but the whole day he was catching.
You become a dad and it just unlocks something.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think?
I'm really happy with the team. I was really excited to do this franchise. I love Robbie. I love Alexa. Morgan's all right. So I was excited to set up. I didn't know how we were gonna set up. I didn't know if I was gonna do me or Alexa in corner, but we ended up swapping like throughout the day a bit, and both worked really well. Doug, I do have to agree, is probably the steal of the draft. Getting him in the position that I did was insane now. Like that I've watched him play. He's a beast. We had, I guess, maybe the same amount of knowledge that you did. We knew that he captained Pantheons, and I versed Pantheons. I couldn't like really remember the game, and we looked up the game, like them on YouTube, and we found one of their games that we watched. And what we noticed was like he has a wicked throw. He looks like he knows like he definitely knows like the play calls. He knows like how the game works. Like his IQ was there, which was really the most important thing for me. And then I noticed that he sets up for so many catches. And in the video I watched, like he didn't walk away with any, but he was versing like a really good team. I can't remember who it was, but I was like, yeah, I mean, I could set up all day against them and walk away with zero catches. But I was like, he's gonna be playing in like LI kick, which is gonna be just a less skilled group of people. And if he sets up the same way, he's walking away with a couple, and he did. He was really dope to play with. Um, and then he was pretty much the only like player who I like don't consistently play with. We've played with Brett for a couple seasons now. I love playing with Brett. He catches like way more than you'd expect because he looks like he wants to just twirl around like a ballerina and then out of nowhere he eats your shit. I don't know how he does it. Um, so I was really happy with how we played. We played good the whole day. We could have definitely used a sub. I think maybe I should have grabbed one. In next tournament, I don't think we have a full team for the next 4 months at least. Yeah, next tournament we're missing. I think we're missing Robbie, Gio, and Brett, and then we're missing Alexa the tournament after that, and then we're missing Doug the tournament after that. So just gonna be building as we go.
Yeah,
But I
Morgan.
really liked our team. I had a lot of fun. I love playing with Robbie, Alexa, Brett. Like we all play together a lot. Um and yeah, like you said, Doug was so good. He was so good and so nice. Like we didn't really know what to expect because there was only like so much video that we could watch, and it's completely different circumstances. But where he was like on our list at that point, by the time it got back to us, we were like, all right, we got to take him. And he was like the perfect pick that we could have gotten there. Like he fits into our team really well, I think. He's also really versatile. Like he played corner for us at points. Like if Robbie was out, he played corner. He played middle for us. Like he was doing well wherever we put him, which is even better. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy with our team and how our tournament went. And I don't know. That's about it.
You guys were really good when we played you guys in round robin of running your aways, and it didn't really matter who was in the middle with that third ball. Like it was just a hit almost every single time, which is kind of what I was telling my team about before we played you guys in the finals. But yeah, I mean, Doug also was a incredibly nice guy. Didn't really get to talk to him too much, but I did talk to him a little bit. And he's also like a really good ball blocker because there was times where in a game I will switch corners if I feel like I'm just gonna switch corners and kill that corner and then go back to whatever corner I want. So there's a few times where I'm like, do I want Matt or do I want Doug? And I was like, I'll take Doug. Like I've played against Matt. It's gonna take 4 or 5 throws to get Matt out. So I went over to Doug and he's kind of twirling up a little bit, like he's gonna sit there stationary. So I get a good crow hop into the throw, ball block. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, he had like there was like 4 or 5 of them where I'm like, I'm gonna get him out here. There's no way I miss. And he's just like he's like very clearly seeing the ball blocking it very well. I'm like, okay, like uh, I mean, I've played against him a few times in USA Dodgeball, but I don't really know what this guy's weakness is yet. I'll find
Hmm.
it. Everyone has a weakness, but I think he's a really good all around player.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
All right, and let's move on to Nightmare. Who wants to start with this one?
Yeah, I'll start. Your team is just people I don't like playing. I love everyone on your team, but every person on that team I have match up against, I was like, God damn it. Um, I hate playing. I'm like, all right, I'm not hitting this guy. And also, he's gonna throw 37 balls at me. So that's really exciting. You did as good as I expected you to do, which is you did great. You have like you know how you want to play the game, and you never really like differ from it. and I haven't really figured out how to like get past it. You're great at surviving, and you're really, really great at taking the counter and then blocking the same person throwing at you. That's insane. I've never done that in my life. I think you're cheating. Um,
You
so
have to
like the
become a dad. If you become a dad, it's like second nature.
I'll keep that in mind. So like having to do that is really difficult. I think like my game plan was just to have Robbie match you and then hope that we can deal with the rest of the team, which is not easy. Jackson, Jackson's the homie. Love playing with Jackson. Glad he's with me for USA. Um, insane that he did D League every month while he was on my team, and then 1 month with you, and suddenly D League he doesn't want to get tired. I'll remember that, Jackson. Um, but he's another one who like like you're not getting him out easily. He is a great blocker. He's a great dodger, and now he's added catch into his game. Um, so it makes it really, really hard. Um, so like we had ways to like get you guys out that we had like planned for, but we had to like make the circumstances work for it, which is never easy. You just have
Yeah,
Brenda,
you
who's
like you don't make mistakes. You don't put yourself in like bad positions, so we have to like
yeah,
unfair.
yeah. I think one of the reasons like our first game against you uh went the way it went, and I could be wrong. I could be hyping myself up here, but I think I think we, or at least me, I like your team was the team I was most excited to play at this tournament. Going into this tournament, I had you guys as the favorites to win, but also you just have so many people that like I want to just verse and like shit talk with. Um, so like when we played you, I was super excited for it. My team was super excited for it, and it seemed like you guys were also like really energetic and like you guys were doing like a lot, not making mistakes, but like putting yourselves like out there for like situations just because it's like Jackson's versus me, or just because it's like Chris throwing at Alexa. Like it felt like we were able to take advantage of that. And then you guys got to the finals and you guys were like, all right, we had our fun. Let's lock in now. Um, but like Brenda and Mare are both like great, great players. They're really like good, like secondary players to follow up with like whoever's their corners when they're not in corner. Like Mare protected. I couldn't take any counters because Mare had my number, and I know Brenda will let go of that ball at anyone and then square up for the catch. She's a beast with that now. And
Yeah.
then like the people that you had drafted, so Chris, Michelle, and Max. This was like maybe the second time I really saw Max play, and he did a great job. I've heard he's like one of the best catchers in Connecticut, so I was like, we're only doubling him. Michelle had an arm. Her throw looked really good for pretty much the whole tournament. And I hate playing Chris. I hate playing Chris so much. I can't stand that guy. I have nightmares about him. Um, so just having to play him, and I know like I think I focused him too much in the finals, and like I got a couple trades with him, but if I'm getting Chris out and then like Jackson's just getting me, like I don't know if it was like a net positive or a net negative, even if I think Chris is better than me. I don't know like for
That's
who helps the team more in that situation. So I think that's probably like one of the mistakes that I contributed to in the finals.
Morgan?
yeah. Your team is tough. I I really don't like playing against Jackson. Like most of the times that I've been around Jackson, he's been on my team. So now that he's not, it's like unfair, I think. I feel betrayed and
Do you want him when we play each other, and then you can give us Robbie?
no,
Oh,
I'll take Jackson.
oh, okay.
I'll give you Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
but what the hell? I wanted to be with Jackson. Um but yeah, he's so good. I think that you guys pair really well together, like as corners. Maybe it's from playing together a lot or like just talking about your like plans, but um I every time that you like you would be focused, like people thought you were going to do something and they would look at you and then Jackson would just take them out, like because they weren't paying like attention to that side enough because everybody was looking at you. And I was like, yeah, well, now what? So that's a really good pairing. And then Max he caught our team what, like 3 times in finals.
There was the one game where he caught Doug, and it totally flipped the series. I think
Oh,
we
maybe
went up
that's
three
what it
one after
was.
that, or I think it was 3-1 right there. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I watched it back twice. I'm like, that won us the series right there.
the whole time that like the draft was going on, I was like, I know Ryan's like, trying to save Max for later and get him like because nobody knows who he is. That's not fair. But
Yeah, I
um
will I will say real quick, Morgan had like helped me with the draft. And I think like the two players that she was like highest on who were like not super like on people's radars was Sam and Max. She was like, I'm telling you, Matt, like they're gonna be people that you're gonna want to grab. Just take a look for it. Just take a look for it. And then I didn't.
yeah. I mean, we ended up not really being able to get that. Like Sam got picked right before like we would have taken him. It like that was the round that he got picked in was right before we would have. And then Max was even before that, I think.
Yeah.
So like it ended up being, not happening for us, but if either of them were available, I was like we should definitely get them. So I think that that's a great pick. And then like your girls are so good. Your all of your girls are so good. You can't like I can't really throw at any of them without being afraid that they're like going to catch me. I I think I did get caught by Brenda. She's insane. She catches anything. If it's like you're like, oh, it's gonna hit her in the shoulder, like she's not gonna catch that. She's over here like this. Like she's gonna get it. And then Chris was threatening me the whole time. He was like, I'm coming for your forehead. So
Verbally?
yeah, believe it, everybody, you heard it here first. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually planning on reporting
Wow.
him. He's about to get blue
Wow. Does
carded.
Alexa know this? Does she want to be with someone like that?
We're gonna talk about it, the three of us. um, but so the whole time I was like, oh great, this is just gonna be Chris at me. This is just gonna be Chris at me. And then I don't think he threw at me a single time. But I was terrified. So it worked. And once you have Jordan, it's like your team is already so good and he's also just gonna fit in so well. Like he's one of the greatest catchers like in LA kick, I think. So I don't know. We knew that your team was gonna be tough, like from the beginning.
Before the season even started, when we were kind of going through our franchises. So, um, I'll throw it out there. So I was going to originally start the franchise with Nikki, and then Nikki stopped playing dodgeball for a little bit. So then I hit up Jackson, and I'm like, Jackson, like, let's do semi-pro together. And he's like, bet, let's do it. And then I hit up Tree and Rennie, and they were going to do semi-pro. And then I think it's like a new job or something like that, and they ended up backing out too. So I'm like, all right, like we got to start back to square one. And then, yeah, we were lucky enough to have Meredith and Brenda join the franchise. And the first season, I didn't really do any of the calls, calls beforehand on Discord or Zoom. The second season, not so much, a little bit. This third season, man, that first season was really good. Obviously, it was successful for Charter, but last season, I mean, I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of tournaments where I just drove home and I had a lot of stuff, going on, and a lot of thoughts in my head. I'm like, we're such a good team. Like, what's going on? Like, why is this not working out? And I think, long story short, it's just, unfortunately, we didn't have consistent players last season. And I also think that my team last year, the ceiling was so high, like so high, but the floor was so low because we were always dumping that fourth ball or the fifth ball, and we're playing in a venue that has a wall right behind us. And I don't care about wall ball. I think that's like the dumbest excuse ever of why a team loses, and they're like, "Well, it's wall ball." Like, no, you need to get used to that. At that gym, though,
It's wall ball for everybody.
exactly, it is tough when you dump five balls though in that venue. But yeah, I mean, going back to my team, I'll just kind of go top to bottom. So Brenda, super excited to have her on the team. She hit me up, I think it was after Secret Santa. She's like, "Hey, semi-pro next year." And I mean, I kind of just laid it out with Tree and Rennie, but as soon as they backed out, I'm like, "Brenda, let's go." Jackson, we are doing remix for Connecticut Dodgeball. So I went through, made all the teams. So for our Connecticut Dodgeball League, Angels team has him, has Alan and Rachel, who's also on their semi-pro
Yeah.
team. So I want to put them together. That way they have 2 months to try and develop as much chemistry as possible and then go to semi-pro. I did the same thing for our team. So Jackson's the captain. I said, whatever team Jackson's on, I have to be on. Like, we need to develop some chemistry. And over the last month and a half, whenever it's like 9 o'clock at night and I'm downstairs in my basement, like on the bike, I'll text Jackson, hop on Discord, we're watching film. Like, we're watching film. And I want to pick your brain. I want you to ask me questions. Meredith, we've played, I think this is our 4th tournament together. We've won 3, so pretty good record with Meredith so far. I think really highly of her. I remember when she first started playing dodgeball, and she has gotten so much better. We still need to work on her arm. That's one thing that some of her throws will just shoot straight up. But
I will say, I think that she's always been a good catcher from everything that I've seen since I've seen her play. I think that she's gotten a lot better at being more selective. So she's like not going for ones that, are, might be out here, or she's going to miss. So she's putting herself in front of the ball and grabbing the ones that she can get. And even if she misses, like, it was a good attempt because it was right there.
that's a really good point. And she's also staying a lot lower to the ground, even though she has like 1.5 MCLs. So her ball blocking is really good as well. Chris, never gotten to play with Chris before. I was really excited to get the opportunity to draft him. I think really highly of Chris. I thought he played really well this tournament. He was playing a lot out of the middle and the left side of the court. So, I mean, I'm on the far right, so I have to go back and kind of see how everyone did. But I mean, I think, again, really highly of Chris. I thought he did a really good job. Jordan was not there, but I was really excited to be able to draft Jordan where I drafted him. Really good hands. Michelle had her first on the board for the ladies. Also really excited to be able to draft her. I think really highly of her. She's really tough to get out. She has a good arm. She's a good ball blocker. She can play anywhere on the court. She can run away. She can run home counters. Like, she can do whatever the team needs. And then Max. Max is known as the wild card in Connecticut. Like, he's either going to have 15 catches in a matter of an hour and a half and have like 45 hits, or he's going to drop 15 catches and throw 15 catches. So I knew what I was getting when I drafted Max. I was able to draft him last year for one of the BDL tournaments, and he played really well. The one thing I think with Max is that he kind of needs to stay more so in the middle, just because he kind of does go a little rogue at time, but you can do that out of the middle. You can't do that in the corner because you're going to dump that 4th or 5th ball. But yeah, I mean, just top to bottom, I just wanted to draft players that I thought that would be at as many tournaments as possible, that were versatile. And then, like, I'm really excited with our ladies, more specifically having Brenda, Meredith, and Michelle, because I think they excel in everything. And I think that you could throw different lineups out there with, like, hey, we need someone who is like a really good ball blocker. Like, let's put Brenda out there with Michelle. hey, we need someone that's like really gonna go for those catches and get them. All right, like let's make sure Meredith's out there. Uh, let's say Brenda's in one corner. Okay, like let's run that away, or Michelle's in one corner. Let's run that away. But if Meredith's in the other corner, like okay, maybe we get 4 balls here and then we can double up on someone. So I'm really excited for my team. Um, I think the finals was really good. Unfortunately, Robbie got hurt. I think that kind of just tilted things a little bit, but I'm excited for the next tournament.
Yeah, me too. I think that like I said earlier, Jordan was the only one missing from your team, so I think that this was the only team that we have like a decently close look at what your team is actually really going to be like for the whole season. So I think that it's going to be really good for you guys, and also a fun team for us to play against.
Yeah, and also with my team too, like I think every single player played corner or middle or like wing, on ball, off ball, didn't matter. So that's another thing too that I'm not like drafting a player and like ah shit they only can play corner. Like oh man they can't throw. Like I think 1 through 6 no one's gonna make a mistake and um yeah kind of ramble there. My bad. All right, let's move on to questions from the people. Thank you to everyone who sent questions in. There is a lot. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. First question from Bo. Morgan, you improved so much the last year. It's crazy. What's been the secret?
Thank you. I don't really know. I like am always working on getting better in league and at practice. I think that like when we practice on Mondays, it's really helpful because I can do things that are a little more risky. Like I can play in positions that I'm not used to playing in, or try and play a certain way, or work on my catching, or work on my blocking. Um, and if I do a bad job because I'm, not particularly used to doing those things, it's okay. And there's no pressure of, well, now my team is in a bad position because it's practice. So, like, none of it really matters. So I think that that really helps. And, we do practice like every week, and then league also every week. So getting the 2 days of dodgeball in, I think it's just the practice. And then everybody is always really helpful, like in the community. Like, Matt, you help me. He's
Uh,
like, yeah, he's like, if you do bad, I'm gonna, and I'm like, okay. And then,
It works. It
yeah,
works.
yeah. And then, uh,
people who are listening are like, what does she say? What does she do?
um, no, but yeah, everybody's really helpful and like supportive and like wants everybody to get better. So that's really nice.
A lot of dodgeball.
Just practice.
That's all. All right. Next question. Another one from Bo from Matt. Matt, you always have a calm demeanor on the court, which I've always loved. How do you do it?
Um, Thanks. I just don't think I'm very like I don't show like an insane amount of emotion to begin with.
Is this
So that
true, Morgan?
probably helps. Like, have you ever seen me get hit in the face? I've like never reacted to it for some reason, even though they hurt every time. Um, but I think I keep a calm demeanor because I always think like no matter the circumstances, we can win, especially if I have other people on the court with me. Even if it's just like me and another person, like my strengths are in my like play calling and my understanding of the game. So I feel like I'm able to like use the people around me to the best of their abilities, um, which always helps me feel like relaxed. I think you'll see me like I slip up a lot. I know I slip up a lot when I'm like last alive, and like I start picking up the pace of the game a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. I put myself in like positions that I would never like have someone put themselves in. so I have to do better with that. But I think as long as there's someone with me as long as it feels like I have to maintain what someone else is doing, it helps me maintain what I am doing.
Okay. All right, next question from Dan Hood. Dan asks, after league games slash tournaments, who initiates the dodgeball breakdown first?
We both do.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
it, you go.
we're immediately like talking about it after it happens. Like we leave league and we get in the car and I'm like
Aaron Matt out.
Yeah, for sure.
we're immediately talking about it. I After practice, we get in the car and I'm like I think I did a good job today. Or I'm like, I did bad today. And then we just start talking about everything. But you'll come up like while we're before we even leave and you'll start talking about stuff that happened like in the games and like, oh, we should have done this.
Yeah, I think the best time to like fix something is in the moment. So like I'm pretty bad with doing it like in huddles, but like I go up to individual players and like make them understand like things that we could do differently. And like I love when I'm playing with people and if I do something wrong, like they feel comfortable enough to like tell me like I should do X, Y, and Z instead. I just think it helps everyone to just be like clear and open about what we need to fix in the moment instead of letting it like build up. So me and Morgan instantly start talking about like everything that happened
Do you guys ever play against each other?
on Mondays, sometimes. But I don't think we haven't like really done a league where we weren't on the same team.
Yeah, I don't know. But on Mondays sometimes.
Okay.
Depends on how the teams get drafted.
I don't think I've ever seen you guys play against each other.
Yeah,
Who do you
teamwork.
think would win? Be honest.
Morgan, obviously. I mean, when we play each other, Morgan, you're gonna get traded to my team, right? For a future second?
We'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out.
Crazy work.
All
Yeah,
right.
we with our Monday leagues, we do like every day we do like a random draft for like whoever shows up, I'll just pick three people and they'll just do the draft. And there was like a long time where people like would purposely leave us together because they'd be like, oh, they don't want to play on like other teams. And we were like, no, you should just like draft whatever you want because it's like 2 hours of play. Like we'll survive and we'll verse each other. And now it's been a lot better and she gets picked before me like pretty much every week. So
Matt's last pick.
like second or third to last. You know me. You know me.
And they're
They'll,
drafting in front of him.
yeah, yeah. I'll be like, I have to like stand there and like have them draft, and they'll be like, all right, like that's pretty much everyone now. I'm like, no, no, there's one more person left.
It's like you and like two people who just stumbled upon the gym, like had no clue
Yeah,
you guys were playing dodgeball.
yeah. They're like, we'll take that one.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? What's your name? Yeah,
That is diabolical. That is diabolical
yeah.
to draft in front of people.
No,
That
no, that is all true. I don't go that low, but there have been like so many times where they're like, who's left? And like I have to like say everyone and then I'll say my name and they're like, oh shit, I forgot. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm also gonna play. I'm not just here to stand here.
I thought that was a camera guy.
Yeah, it happens like probably like once or twice a month.
Oh no, that's crazy. You guys need to like draft off to the side, like have your backs turned and then just turn. Be like, hey, I'll take that guy. Okay, now I got Morgan. All right. Next question from Mackenzie Conklin. She asks if you guys were squids, who was more likely to ink themselves when they get hit in dodgeball?
Morgan.
That is such a good question.
You.
No, have you ever seen anyone throw at Morgan ever who can throw? She's like, you're cooked right there. You're
No.
done. Next
It's you. You
question.
can't even
It's
keep your
Morgan.
hat on. Let's go.
Morgan gets hit and gets inked, but Matt gets thrown at doesn't hit him and then inks himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I just have to stand there in it.
All right. She asks one more question. Who's your favorite trash talker?
She knew what she was doing when she asked this question.
Yeah.
She knows
Uh,
the answer.
I have three answers, and one of them is 100% Mackenzie. She's so fucking funny when
Yeah.
she trash talks, because
Yes.
she so her and my other one is Randy, and they don't trash talk to make the other person feel bad. They don't trash talk because they think they're better. They trash talk just for the love of the game. Win, lose, those two do not care. They're gonna talk shit. And it's funny every time. I know there's a lot of people in like the dodgeball community who like gets really like annoyed with trash talking. Personally, I think as long as you're not like actually trying to be an asshole, trash talking is the funniest thing ever. And Mackenzie doesn't just like trash talk, she just emotes on the court constantly. Just doing like the dumbest shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm rocking her. So those are my two picks for trash talkers. And then my third mention is Jackson, because he hasn't really trash talk, but he also doesn't shut up on the court either. Like he like he'll just have full conversations with everyone, his teammates, his opponents. It's so funny. Like we versed you guys like over the weekend, and he was just having full conversations with me, and I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
it's some of my favorite shit.
I
Chris.
love when. Oh, no, go
Okay,
ahead.
go.
Go ahead.
Chris is up there on my list too because Chris will trash talk, and then if I actually do something good, he'll just trash talk more, and I'm like, just be happy for me. Just be happy for me one time. He'll be like, "Oh, you finally did it!" Like
Stepping out of your comfort
wait,
zone.
he'll trash talk me when we're on the same team. Like I'll be throwing at
Oh,
somebody, and they'll be a catcher, and I'll miss by like a mile, and he's like, "Good spot, good spot." And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey. And he's like, no, they didn't catch it. That's awesome. What the hell?
that's funny. I love when I'm in the opposite corner of Jackson and I'll say a play, and I definitely know he heard like 1,000,000%, and he'll be like, heard, and just looking straight the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm glad you heard that.
Bro,
I hope you
bro.
did.
He's funny with that. My team for USA, which he's on, we had like a film session, and my team walked away with we're huge fans of good honesty. When you just get absolutely railed in the chest, or like just absolutely raw, and you're everyone on the team's just like good honesty, good way to take her out, way to take her out. And like Chris got like nailed in the face, and like Ben just out of nowhere is like good honesty, way to take that one. Like yeah, bro, we know.
Yeah. Hey, did I get your finger? Or
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
oh, that's funny. All right, next question from David Levitt. David asks, "It's been awesome seeing a bunch of squids out at the last few USA tournaments. Really love everything you guys are doing to grow the Long Island scene. What are your dodgeball goals for the coming year, both for yourselves and the team?"
Uh, yeah, David, my favorite West Coast player. I love that guy. He was out here this weekend, or he was out here Monday for practice. Um, where my personal goal is the same as it's been since I started, which is to practice catching. I think this most recent tournament, I actually had the most catches I've had in a tournament. I think I walked away with like eight, maybe. So I felt really good, but just continuing to do that. And we've traveled more, so a bunch of squids has been around for like 2 years now,
No, it has to be
and
longer than that.
for USA, I think
Oh, for USA,
just
yeah,
Island Boys, and then yeah, the origins of a bunch of squids is years in the making. Um, but like we bunch of squids themselves, we didn't plan to be like a very good team, but we like doing mixed, and they're like some of my favorite teams to play with. But we did very good last year in both mixed divisions, no stings and foam. We did super good. And in Minneapolis, again, we did like really good. I think we went like 5-1 in round robin. Um, but my goal for that and my goal for Kraken, which is just the adult version, a bunch of squids, is there's so much talent on Long
It's the
Island.
boys only squids.
Yeah, it's the boys only squids. But there's so much talent on Long Island that like are people who either like stopped playing when I started or like are newer to the game, who like never traveled, who I think like deserve their flowers. Like they deserve to be seen. So I tried my best to get them. I got a lot of them this year. And I think a lot of them like performed insane, like in Minneapolis, and they're going to continue to do so. So that's my goals. Let Long Island be seen.
What's the female version of a bunch of squids, girls only?
A couple octopuses.
Couple octopuses,
Yeah.
There is no squid team for the ladies.
squidettes.
Squidettes.
Well, I mean, our women's team Vendetta has like it's what like half of us are like on the squid team, the mixed team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Vendetta.
yeah,
Everyone on that team except like one person got a squid jersey.
Who's that?
I think. Oh, Mare has one. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
she stole my jersey.
Does everyone on your team have a
I
squid
don't
jersey?
I don't know if Mackenzie has one.
Oh,
Trash
damn, you should have
talker.
given her one. Wow, you're an asshole.
You should have given her one. I could still give her one. She just has to come to dodgeball on Thursday.
Yeah, yeah.
The day
Can't
she's supposed to fly to Washington.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Back to Dave's question. I love when Dave comes. It's so much fun. Like I love that he every time he's around, he'll ask and see if we're doing like a practice or something and like try and make it out to it. So that's really cool. And my goals are also to get better at catching because I simply don't know what to do with my arms. Like I feel like I'll either move out of the way and I'm good or I'll move into the way because I'm like I'm going to catch this one and then I just stand there like this and I just don't know what to do. So I'm still figuring that one out a little bit. But yeah, for the team, I mean, that's your team. My goal is to not get kicked off of it.
That's crazy work. I am so jealous of the people that just catch everything and they position their body so well. Like this past year, I've been trying to like go low, don't jump really ever, square up to literally everything, and like I'll do everything right, and then like someone will throw like 1 foot off of my body and it hits my hand, and I'm like, bro, why was your hand there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what did I do? Like my arms are always in the wrong spot. I don't know what to do with them. Still figuring that out.
They should allow shirt catching. They should allow shirt catching.
I'm gonna get like a triple XL shirt for it.
All right, we got a few questions from Brenda Gonzalez for Morgan. Hi, honey. How is my fellow corner doing today? In my opinion, you'll have the best timing on your counters. Is there something you look for when hitting those?
Um. Yeah, I am trying to figure out who I think is throwing. So if I have like if Matt calls me to be green at anybody, I'm looking for a priority target who's not paying attention to me, or I'm trying to figure out exactly who I think is throwing and then throw when they throw. Like the second they release that ball, I'm also releasing my ball. When they're like throwing a pump fake, I'm throwing a pump fake because I might be releasing that ball. I try not to go early, especially now with the new rule, because I don't want anything to reset and then like somebody on my team gets doubled and it's my fault.
The worst feeling.
I know, because
Yeah.
it's not going to be me. They're not going to throw two at me. They're going to throw two at somebody else, and I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. But yeah, I try and get it like to them before they have a chance to really set up out of their throwing motion. Um, Otherwise, I'm gonna get caught. So, but I love you, Brenda.
Very timely on those counters. All right, next one, another one from Brenda for Matt. Matt, what's up, fool? I notice you've been catching a lot lately. What is the sickest catch you've done?
What's up, fool? Um, I don't have cool catches. I don't. The coolest thing that I've done recently is in this tournament, I just decided I'm gonna start telling everyone around me that I'm gonna catch this person, and then I'll just square up and try and catch them. And like I think I ended up getting like two of them. And I was like, I told you I was gonna do that. Like, and it was the most basic catch you've ever seen in your life. I did that. I tried to do it like four times. I tried to do it to Chris once, and he just like he put it too high and it just went straight through my hands. But like those are the coolest things. And they're not cool at all. I've caught with like my like legs two times, but those aren't real catches. Those are I tripped and the ball got stuck, you know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna steal that. Like I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm catching this, and I'll go 2 for 100. But the 2 times, like I told you.
Yeah.
If I'm telling you, Ryan, it feels way better than you think. I I'll put him on blast. I went against Tom and it was like Tom and one more person in and it was in no blocking. And I actually stole this from you where when you go for a catch, you'll put your ball in between your legs. So Tom starts walking up. I tell both the people on the court with me, it was a 2v3. I tell both of them I'm about to catch Tom. I turn around and tell my shagger I'm about to catch Tom. And then to my right is like Jay and Jackie. I stop both of them who are in the middle of a conversation. And I'm like, guys, watch this. I'm about to catch Tom. And then he throws at me and it rocks me in the chest and it bounces down into the ball in between my legs. And then I catch it. And then I'm like, told you guys when it was like the ugliest catch possible.
All hands.
Bro, straight fingers.
That's too funny. All right, next one. Last one from last one from Brenda. For both, looking forward to traveling with you guys this year. Thanks for all that you do.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love our women's team, so
Yeah, I like mixed.
Next question up from Allison. I don't know how to say her last name.
Battaglia.
Battaglia, yes. She goes, hello, a few questions for Matt and Morgan. Morgan, what's your favorite crochet project / craft you've ever made, and what's your next project?
So I made 1 year. Well, we used to do the same team every year, which was just like a team of our friends. And then every once in a while, we would like bring in one other person from dodgeball and they would play with us if we like didn't have enough or somebody wanted to or something like that. So it was just a bunch of our friends. And I had made like, I had crocheted squids, like little squids for everybody. And Matt, you have one. Go get it.
Yeah.
And and I had to make like 10 and I wanted to give them to everybody before the season ended and it was like the last week right before Christmas. And they all came out really cute and I didn't think I was going to finish it, but I did. So that was a good one.
That's sick.
I don't know what I'm going to do next. We got to plan a craft night, figure it out.
Craft night sounds crazy. All right, next question from Matt. What are your top 3 favorite sports to play in order, and what's a new sport you've always wanted to try?
My 3 favorite sports would be lacrosse is number 1.
Really?
Yeah. I grew up playing lacrosse like my whole life. Soccer's number 2. Again, grew up playing that my whole life. Dodgeball is number 3. Um, and a new sport that I wanted to try is flag football. I did like a mini like a like kick mix and match, and it was so fun. So if they ever do a season of that, I'll be there. I'll sign up.
Okay.
But those are my three sports for sure.
Okay, okay. And last one to both. If you could ever, nope, if you could never have ramen again, what would be your go-to dinner spot? Reminder that I love you guys.
Aw, love you too.
Love you too, Al. I would choose sushi, but Morgan doesn't like sushi. But
Yeah.
Smart.
sushi is my favorite.
When I read this question, it was like a good 5 minutes that I was like, what would I do? Like, I don't know. And then I think I landed on seafood boil or like Italian.
I'm not a big seafood person at all. And my mom, whenever we go out to dinner, she will always order the grossest, most smelliest seafood ever, and it will stink up the entire restaurant. And everyone's looking at you, and I'm like,
Well, I'm not like a
Oh
huge
man.
seafood person, but I'll get like a pound of shrimp in my seafood boil. Got some potatoes, corn, noodles. Pretty good.
Very good.
Pretty good.
okay.
Ryan, are you a picky eater? Or is
No,
it just seafood?
yeah, I just not seafood, but I'm a pretty basic eater. Like when I first started dating my now wife, when she moved in, she's like looking at everything that I would like, I don't know, like meal prep. She's like, "You just eat this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't ever get tired of it?" I'm like, "No, it's literally just energy for you. Like you get hungry, you eat good food, and that's that." Like that's like my dinner was mixed berries and yogurt. Like I'm
Uh,
cool with that.
I wish I had that mentality. You seem so like someone, and this isn't a compliment or shots fired, but you just seem like someone who wouldn't like condiments or sauces.
No,
You
complete opposite.
really?
Yeah, I'm a big hot sauce guy. Big hot sauce guy.
Oh, okay.
We
I'm
went
not.
to oh man, I forget the name of this place. It was like an enchilada place right down the street from Northport, right? That's where we played.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fire enchiladas. And I got a quesadilla and there was a fuck ton of different salsas and I got a few of them.
Dope, dope. Wow,
Yeah.
learned something new.
Yeah. Um, okay. Next one from Zach Fernald. As your second favorite Virginian teammate from last season, how did the first semi-pro of this year go? Overall event and your team specifically?
Awful. We didn't have Zach there. We didn't have Jess there. I was in a bad mood the whole time, first of all.
Yeah.
Um, Shout out to Zach and Jess. They were awesome to play with last year. They
And
were,
congrats to them.
yes,
Very
and
good team.
congrats to
Yeah.
them.
Congrats.
Not only are they like obviously super, super talented, but they were also super easy to play with and like super high IQ. So everything I could want in a teammate. Um, this first semi-pro tournament was really, really fun. I have a team of like all my friends and then random Doug. Shout outs to my boy Doug. So like I knew playing with everyone for the most part is like gonna be easy, but it's also going to be really fun. And then Doug was super easy to play with, super great guy. Um, Super fun to play with. We did really well. We went 5-1 in round robin. We made it to the finals. Um, so overall the experience was great. The venue was fine. It was a all right venue. I wish we had the lines taped out.
The
I
lines were rough.
Yeah, I
It was
never
like
lined out, but
eight
I was
different
always
colors.
scared of it.
Yeah.
So like I was scared to like go even near the halfway line. There was like 3 or 4 times where like I fully thought I did line out and I like stopped when I like had a great opportunity on a player and I had to reset. Um, so like that would be my issue with the venue. And then just so many people missing the first tournament. It was hard to like I don't know that like I know that when every team's at 100%, the skill level is going to be double or triple like for each team, and everyone's gonna like the games are gonna be more intense. The game like everything's just gonna be better. So I'm excited for how that's gonna go as we go further into the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
This venue was also, there was still wall ball was still a factor. Like if you know we thought that was going away for the first tournament, maybe not, but we're thinking that it's not going to be a problem in the rest of them. So hopefully this year for semi pro, we'll have a little bit more space when we're back in Melville, but on the hockey rink. The only downside I think to that is that it's not hardwood. I don't prefer the like weird tile like things, but there's pros and cons, and I think that they're working on figuring out what works for semi pro, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean those lines were rough. It was the very first series. Chris and I lined out probably within 10 seconds of each other.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I
Yep.
just
At
stopped
least
at
it
one.
wasn't like some of your better players though.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I was like, I asked I was like, is this the center line? They were like, no, it's over there. And I was like, damn, okay.
Is it the brown line or the black line or the gray line?
The green one.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I'm sure there was another one. It's
It was a little
insane.
rough, but yeah. The one thing that did suck, and I will probably talk about this in the intro, maybe I won't, but I did try setting up the stream when I first got there. The stream crashed 3 times because the 5G there was terrible. So I found, I think, the owner of the venue. This guy looked like Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka. He did not know the Wi-Fi passcode. I wouldn't have surprised me if he didn't know what Wi-Fi was. So that's why there was no stream into the playoffs. And I got really lucky. The stream did kind of work, but the audio sounded like my phone was underwater the entire time. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, next question from Mo. How does Morgan not get distracted on the court by Matt's dashing looks?
She does. She does. The only thing I got going for me is that everybody else does too. So
Mm-hmm.
we're all in the same boat.
Next question. We got a few from Yanni. First question, what's your biggest dodgeball pet peeve?
We've talked about this before. My number one pet peeve on any team I've ever been on is if people get out because they're not paying attention. If you're turning around trying to like reach for a ball and they throw at you and they hit you, I'm gonna be mad at you. Um, that's like it. If you get out because like unfortunate circumstances, if you get out because like any other reason, you know, even if it's like, oh, you went for a catch, it was the easiest catch of your life, you dropped it, like it's fine. But not paying attention gets me every single time.
And suicides in a parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I'm starting it.
Morgan?
I I hate when people don't know the rules, but then they're like arguing the rules. It's like, okay, don't be loud and wrong. Just know the rules or be
Don't
quiet.
have a strong opinion,
Be
exactly.
quiet.
Yeah, now I hear that. I think for me, oh man, I forget. We had this draft like last year, Matt, I think, right?
Yeah, we did. I think it was the first one I was on.
I think I didn't say this on the pod, but I think my new thing is like you make a really good play call in the huddle and you're like, this is an aggressive call, but like we'll still have 1 ball or 2 balls left. And then you throw the ball or someone else throws the ball with you and you fall back. And then someone dumps that last ball or the 5th ball. And you're like, no, like if I knew that was going to happen, we would have just thrown one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always tough. We had that we had something like similar to that where this tournament, like I was getting frustrated and probably unrightfully so, but um we would like run up and we would like do our play and then other teams would do a ways and they would like crash down at us and one of us would like just take the shot and I think we missed probably like 90% of them. We missed so many and then we would go down to one ball and then like Robbie would get killed or like someone would get killed. And I honestly think in the finals that was probably one of the biggest attributes to us losing was we just weren't getting the trades, and we could have just like either it has to be a hit or we have to hold that. But like that goes back to like the player thinks that like that's the right call, and like would I be complaining if the player like hit the shot? No. So like I don't think it's fair for me to be as bothered by it as I actually was or am.
I think in that situation too, like a pump fake can do a lot. Like you don't have to let go of that ball like every time. And I'm sure I was one of the people who did it at least once. So, it's something to keep in mind.
I don't hate when someone totally, throws that fifth or even last ball. Like Michelle did it in the first game, and I'm not calling her out, but I don't hate the throw. But if she stepped up a little bit more and that would have been a 50-50 throw at that point, like I'm totally okay with that. Um, but yeah. All right. Next question from Yanni. Matt, what do you wish you had in the community now or even when you first started?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't One thing that I'm jealous of, like I see like a lot of West Coast people have is they have like handball like courts, like indoor handball courts that they just have available. Um, Gyms are really expensive to like rent out. So here in Long Island, like we'll either like I run the Monday practices for Long Island now. Um, and like if I don't get a certain amount of people, I have to just cancel practice. And it doesn't happen often, but like that's something like I have to be concerned about. I would love a place to like just go where I could bring like 4, 5 people and we could just practice like easier things, smaller things. So what we do is we do like batting cages at local parks, and that's fine. But it's like it has to be
Weather
nice
dependent.
weather. Yeah, the weather has to be nice. Also like throwing on turf ruins like my balls quicker. Like like
Facts.
those aren't like LI kick like balls. Like I paid personally like a lot of money for I have like
Matt's balls.
yeah, I have like 18 balls that everyone gets the honor of playing with, and like they deteriorate pretty quickly. So
That's a lot of
that
balls too.
yeah, they love them.
It's very kind of you.
I'm a giver.
Have you guys ever considered going to like a YMCA racquetball room?
I've tried to find places. Maybe I'm just not looking like at the right places. Maybe that's why I have to look up. But I've tried finding things and I just haven't found any that are like cheaper than it is to like rent out a full gym, which is insane. Because you guys do you guys rent your YMCA place out, or is that because what is it like $8 for locals to come to your practices or something like that?
So that's for like open gyms and it's $10. But yeah, it's we could talk about it off pod, but yeah, it's tough, especially when you find like one venue too, you kind of want to find a second or a third, just to have something in your back pocket. But when I first started playing dodgeball, we played 8.5 gross and then no staying at Sky Zone. So we would go to Sky Zone and we would have a place that you just, pay $20 and you play for an hour or two. And that was nice. But if we wanted to practice 8.5, we went to a racquetball room at the YMCA. Only had to pay, I think it was $5 or $10, and then you just get the day pass, which is pretty cool. But then you're playing 8.5 in a racquetball room, and that is like the biggest wall ball of wall balls ever.
Yeah, I can
So
imagine.
like you're not
That's what the room was made for.
literally,
Yeah,
yeah. So that was tough too.
maybe that's what we gotta look into, a racquetball room.
Yeah. All right. And we got one more from Yanni. Yanni says, I love you, Morgan. Love to see how much you've evolved since I've joined, and I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you. I love you too. I think that we're both growing together.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Giancarlo asks, what's the origin story behind Bunch of Squids?
Come on, Morgan, tell 'em.
I wasn't there.
Um,
Must have been
bunch
your
of
other girlfriend, Matt.
yeah, bunch of squids was originally bunch of squids is not mine. I stole a bunch of squids, kind of.
From Nate.
Yeah, Nate came up with it. Bunch of Squids was my hockey team that like me and my friends made, so it was like a deck hockey team. Um, and literally there was no origin. They were just like, we want. I'm not someone who wants a serious name very often. Like, I don't think deck hockey is like the most serious sport. I don't think like recreational like dodgeball is the most serious sport. So I think funny or like lighthearted names are always a little bit better. Um, so yeah, Soup Troop, Goop Troop. Um, we even made one serious, kind of a little on the nose there. Um, but we did a hockey. We made a bunch of squids, and I thought it was hilarious. And then we started dodgeball. I was like, I need to do. I like had a bad injury, and so when I came back from the injury, I was like, I want to try and get back into sports. I really wanted to do volleyball. But in volleyball and LA kick, you need three girls. And I just wasn't able to get that. So I was like, all right, next best thing, obviously, dodgeball. Um, I was like, Morgan, you have to do this. You don't really have a say.
At
And
the time,
then,
you only needed one girl, so you were like,
yeah,
got her right here.
easy. She was like, I've never played a sport ever in my life. I was like, don't worry, we're starting you off with the basics. So and she did that. So our girl was a girl who's never played the sport before, and our guys were all either hockey players, lacrosse players, or soccer players who were all on Bunch of Squid. So I was like, I went to the captain who played with me for years. I've known the guy since I was 2 years old. And I was like, all right, we're gonna do another team. I'm just gonna continue the Bunch of Squids. And then it blew up in LI Kick. We were like the first team to like have, like a name that like stuck. And we were like the homestay team of like LI Kick for a long time.
It's because we made jerseys too. The
Yeah,
jersey.
we were also the first team to make jerseys. Um, and it like really stuck and it still has stuck. I love Bunch of Squids. It's part of me now.
The jerseys are sick too. So I got two jerseys and I was like, all right, well, I mean, I don't need two of the same jersey, so I'll give one to my brother. So Tyler has one. And then Meredith, I think, played mixed with you guys one time or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, well, I have a jersey, so you can just borrow it. I've never seen that jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, the jerseys go strong. So, um, most of the jerseys that we've made are like 100% made by Morgan, like from scratch. Um,
Wow.
yeah, Bunch of Squids, Sirius, Soup Troop, Goop Troop. These are all like,
You crochet them?
yeah, she's
I
she's
weave the
she's
threads
she's
together.
she's in there sweating for it. So like that's pretty cool. Even when we contact like the jersey company, like we're like, this is what we want. Can you please not change anything? And then he always changes something. We're like, oh shit. Um, but I think we have like almost 60 or a little over 60 unique Bunch of Squid jerseys.
Can you go into that a little bit? Because I mean, I remember when I wanted to get a jersey and you explained it. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I I think I think for oh man, I think for more traditional sports, getting like a sports jersey of like a player is really cool. Like I'm a soccer fan, so I own soccer jerseys with like players. I'm a basketball fan. I own jerseys of basketball players. I think dodgeball, like even in like USA, like that's the pro scene, but really it's like no one's career is dodgeball. Like the people that I'm versing in USA are like the people I hang out with outside of USA and like say hi to, and so it feels like more like connected. So when we did Bunch of Squids, I was like, I don't want people walking around with like a jersey with my name that much because like I'm the same as them. Like yeah, I'm going to the same Thursday league that they're going to. So anyone who wanted a jersey, I said, like, get a jersey, get your name on the jersey, and get your unique number on the jersey. And if someone took your number, pick a different one. So we went a long time, And I actually need to do a re-up on them because I have like probably another 10 people or so who like want a bunch of Squids jersey. Um, where like everyone had to get like their name and a unique number. And like people were coming out with like pi symbol. People were coming out with like point five numbers. People were coming out with like 3-digit numbers. So it was fun to see like what people came up with there.
Yeah, no, it's a sick idea. I'm of the other belief, I guess, to play devil's advocate here a little bit. So I have a fuck ton of jerseys, like a dumb amount. Been playing for a long time, and I will go through my closet on Mondays and just pick out a random jersey and play in that jersey. And a lot of them have my name on it from another team that I will never play on, have never played on. And then I'll go through like other jerseys and I'll be like, dude, like that was such a good period. I have like I have like a Marcus Heat like precision jersey from forever ago. Or I have a TJ clutch mode jersey, and I tried talking Morgan, I tried talking Matt into it. I'm like, let me get your jersey. I want your jersey. And you're like, no, you have to get your own name and your own number.
Yeah. To be fair, I do have like a lot of jerseys of other players, and I do think it's like a cool idea. But for me, it felt weird to have people walk around in my jersey.
I
So
do.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
also
want that.
have like I would say we've played with a lot of the people who own Squid jerseys like on a Squid team. Not the majority probably, but a lot of them have
Yeah.
played on Squids at least once.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean the logo is super cool. I mean the whole jersey's cool. Do you guys ever think you're gonna switch up the jersey, or is it gonna be like Fortune? Like we're never changing this. This is gonna be the logo the entire time.
I thought
Uh
about doing a revamp, like maybe eventually, but doing it if we can get like the our original dodgeball team back for like a season, maybe like doing it for that or something. But
yeah.
I'm not working on it, so
I love the logo. I love the whole design. All right, and we got one last question from Abuelita Toretto. She asks, "Who is your Big Al?"
who is she?
Who is she? I'm pretty sure she's the grandma from Fast and Furious. And Abuelita Toretto, if you're listening, like thank you for listening. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
thanks for the
Yeah.
question. I know that you've mentioned this before that Alexa was called Big Al at one point. I had never heard that ever. So when Kyle started calling Allison Big Al and that caught on, we all started doing it. So I would say that is probably my Big Al, but before any of those things happened, I had my dad's uncle, so my great uncle's name was Alex, and his son was Alex Jr. So since I was a kid, I had a Big Al.
Okay, so it's
So
neither. It's
he
neither.
he is the original for me.
How about you, Matt?
There's a barbecue place down the road from me named Big Al, and that's like the extent of it.
No, it's
Uh,
not. It's like
Smoking
smoking
Al's?
owls. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Al.
this guy don't know what he's talking about.
It's a giant pig, man. That's gotta be a Big Al. But
You
thank you,
do you have a dog in this
Abuelita
fight?
Toretto. No, I'm Allison Big Al. I've never heard Alexa Big Al. Even after I've heard Alexa Big Al, it's only been from you and from this grandmother. So you're losing that battle.
Could be the same person. Who knows?
You're
Hmm.
not old enough to be a grandmother.
Well, yeah, I think Big Al for me is probably Al Horford or Al Jefferson, and you guys can Google them afterwards. But that's my Big Al.
You know who both of them are.
Morgan, you're gonna have to Google that.
That was crazy.
I don't want to.
No, they're NBA players. Well,
Yeah,
one is not anymore.
uh,
But that's all I got. Let's hit the outro. Do we have any closing thoughts slash shout outs?
Yeah, wait. I have one more thing. Question from Ben. Or yeah. Yeah, I lost the finals on purpose. I think Ryan's the only person who will understand this the same way I understand this, which is those medals have our faces on it, and we want to make sure as many other people have that as possible. So Ryan, super nice guy, decided he's not going to win a single tournament last year. He did that out of the kindness of his heart to spread his face. I got one of them.
Two, right? Or just one?
I got one. Well, I got like three because people on my team didn't take theirs, but I won the last one, so I got your face. And now this year my face is on it. So like I don't want to claim those. Like I gotta spread the love. So, we started with that.
Matt, what did I tell you when I saw that you're the logo?
God, I'm not winning a single one this year.
I said Madden curse, bro. I'm sorry. Madden curse.
I don't know, man. It was a good start though.
It's a good start, yeah.
Finals, fun.
Matt, this is exactly what happened to me last year.
Don't say that.
Literally exactly what happened.
I don't know. That's tough. We'll see how the next tournaments go. Next one, I'll tell you what, we're not walking away with the W. It's gonna be rough.
We got it. We got it.
All right, guys. That's all I got. Do we have any closing thoughts or shout outs?
No, thank you for having us on, man.
Yeah.
I had fun on here. It was a good semi-pro tournament. Congrats on the win again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to shout out all of the women in LI Kick and in dodgeball. We had probably the best turnout for women at our Monday practice this week. So the Monday that just passed, and we were almost half the people there were women. So that was cool to see.
Let's go. My shout outs go Knicks. Playoffs are starting Saturday. I'm not doing shit on Saturday. Don't text me. Don't text me if the Knicks are doing bad and they lose. Don't fucking text me. I'm not texting you back. Shout out my team. Shout out Nightmare. Shout out everyone on Nightmare. Shout out everyone in Long Island. Shout out all the new players that I got to meet this past weekend. You guys all seem super cool. And shout out you guys. Thank you for hopping on.
Thank you, man.
Two more questions. Not getting off that easy. What's one guest you'd like to see on Bromance?
I said Ben Murtor. I think that he's got a lot of dodgeball knowledge, and I think that he's cool to talk to. So I think he's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think Ben's a great pick. I would love to see like Chris on here, or also Dave Holmes from Boston.
Ooh.
I think he would be really good to have on the podcast. Get some Boston insight.
Soup Troop. That's a good one. That's a good one. I've toyed with the idea, and I've mentioned it so many times on this pod about having couples week, but I'm not gonna lie, having 5 podcasts in a week sounds horrible, but it sounds so fun at the same time.
That's a lot.
That
You gotta free up you got work, and then you got 2.5 hour podcasts every day.
Rough, dude. I mean, like, I pushed this episode up. We were supposed to record obviously tomorrow, but I pushed it up today because now I'm having Bo and Josh Eustace on tomorrow, which I'm excited for.
That's fun.
But I didn't really prep this pod until like today, and you guys have the notes app, so you see me like every hour adding like 2 things. I haven't even started on tomorrow's yet. Like, I feel bad for them, but yeah, we'll see. All right, and last question: where can people find you guys on social media?
Find me on Instagram. That's all I got. Matthew Spadone. Nice and easy.
I'm just on Facebook.
Yeah, don't look up my Facebook. It's my Facebook's photo of a soccer ball on fire. Pretty dope. Don't get me wrong. With 2010 on it, because that was the last time I was on my Facebook.
It would be a real shame if that was like linked in the description and I possibly commented on something and said bump.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be It's just gonna be like relatives wishing him happy birthday every year, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
my
one of my
Facebook.
favorite things to do on like a dodgeball trip. Like myself and like 10, 15, 20 others, I'm like, yo, we're gonna angry react this one person's picture from like 15 years ago, and then I'll comment bump. So then it gets bumped to like everyone's feed and like, what the heck is this? It's like the funnest thing to do.
Oh my gosh.
Evil.
If you do that, I won't see it because I don't even know my login.
It does suck when it happens to you, but at the same time, it's like, oh, they're thinking of me on this random trip that I'm not at. But at the same time, like, fuck them.
That's so funny.
But that's it, guys. Thank you for hopping on.
Thank you, man.
Anytime. Peace.